Admit it, Marty. You do. You tried it.
She'd suck my dick. Oh yeah, I'd fuck those fins.
I think King tried it.
Oh, King Trident?
Okay, folks.
I don't like the way his beard tickles.
Welcome to another Late Night Idle Talk. This is literally being recorded back to back, so...
Why the fuck not?
Yeah. I checked my
If Timbuktu rode on a horse with no name, how much would the Woodchuck be?
There once was a man from Nantucket.
No, I came up
got on a bus and said, "Fuck."
I came up with my own questionnaire. If Timbuktu rode on a horse with no name, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck wood?
7.
Idiocracy!
42.
Someone made a
That's the
sequel
answer.
to Idiocracy. You would have a movie in it called Queef.
No. Logan got the answer. 42.
Because that's the answer to all questions. According to Hitchhiker's Guide.
According to Hitchhiker's Guide, The Galaxy of 42 is also a movie about Jackie Robinson.
I thought it was just. I thought all it was a movie about a complaining robot voiced by Alan Rickman.
I hate myself.
I hate myself.
That was funny when they got the emotion gun.
It was nice to see Alan Rickman play a character where he's not the main antagonist.
Yeah.
God damn it, he does that too often. He's good at it, but God damn it.
He's good at it. It's just that he needs a break every once in a while.
He can actually play nice guys when the role is given to him.
Dogma.
What?
Wait, who was he in Dogma?
Yeah, he was the angel.
Well, I don't know if I ever saw that. I can't remember if I ever saw that scene. I used to see it at Comedy Central all the time. I used to think, wow, that Indian stripper's hot. Wait a minute, is she Indian? No, she's Latino. What the fuck?
Anyways, I'm going to bed. It's nice hanging out with you guys.
By the way, he's not really going to bed. He's just going to jack off.
Oh, we know.
Nah, I already did that today.
Bullshit.
Doesn't stop him from doing it again.
You know what? I wasn't going to, but now I am.
So typical of you. Always the defiant one.
Make sure
You
you
need
have
a masturbation aid? We'll all orgasmically moan.
Oh, yeah.
And he's gone. And then there were 5.
Trying so hard not to choke on this book I'm reading.
Still time in this late night idle talk to talk about my poor friend that I feel so sorry for.
Wait, what did you say, Tara?
I was laughing and trying not to choke on the food I'm eating.
Don't choke on the chicken.
Tara, we're on the internet now. Don't allude to any choking, you know. People will have very dirty thoughts. They will express them heavily in the comment section.
Especially if the said
I think
food.
that's bad. I'm actually eating a Polish sausage.
Oh, God.
You had to make it worse, didn't you? Oh, God. I can see them now. Yeah, you want to suck my Polish sausage. Hey, is the chick single? I'm Polish and I've got a sausage of my own.
Yeah, but good luck trying to get to her. Kind of lives in the
At least
ghetto.
they don't want to get in Tara's box.
Well, she kind of lives in the ghetto, so yeah.
Hey, maybe the viewers who actually comment.
Wait, Tara, you live in the ghetto, you said? That's true, you live in the ghetto?
Yeah.
That's going to be hard for you. You walk out of your house every day, and there's a bunch of black guys just try probably catcalling you, wanting to hook you up. Then they meet you and realize that despite the fact that you're the same skin color and you live in the same area, you have absolutely nothing in common with them.
Yes, it is. The struggle is real.
It's funny because it's true.
She has nothing in common with them, and she hangs out with a bunch of white guys on the internet.
Hey.
I was just
Guys,
snorting a little cocaine there, not scratching my nose. Or was it?
Bullshit.
Hold up their fingers to their ears. Hey, you want phone? And I'm like, no.
The overabundance of
what'd you
testosterone
say,
she has
Tara?
available to her right now must be exciting.
Wait, what did you say, Tara?
I said, guys think it's romantic to get out of the backseat of their friend's car and ask me for my number, and I'm like, no.
Maybe if you have a car of your own.
Then only if I need to go somewhere.
Considering the location, it just pulls up. Yo, motherfucker, cocksucker! What the? Hey, bitch, what's your number? Oh my god!
That's actually funny.
Actually, I live in the suburbs, but even living in a white dominated suburb, I still can't escape that the car with the fucking reggaeton fucking music.
I live in the. I actually live like a few blocks down from the actual ghetto in the city. Guess how many times a day I hear somebody going by going just thumping all the way down the fucking street.
I don't live anywhere near a ghetto, and I still hear people do that.
I drove
Dude, I
through
actually
one of the,
I don't know how to describe it. I think it's a reggaeton beat. It's like you know that I don't know if any of you heard that one song that went viral. The
Oh my goodness.
yeah, the backbeat to that song. That's exactly what I hear in the
That
song.
is actually the song that is sung when you watch the retarded horse running.
Yeah, but I actually drove through one of this city's many ghettos today, and never want to go back there again.
I actually walked through the ghetto and actually made a big old black guy say, "Okay, I'll leave you alone."
It's not that
Actually,
I
it
never
was
want
like-
to go back there again. It's just I was wearing the wrong clothes to blend into that environment.
I walked some really bad part. I've walked through some really bad parts of New Brunswick, but the closest thing I've ever had. I never had a confrontation. I did have one black guy. Kind of noticed that I was a little bit afraid, and he was just socializing with me, trying to say, hey, I ain't here to hurt you, man. Don't worry.
I actually made a big old black guy that was like literally twice my size and probably could eat me back off from me once. Just by giving him that crazy eyed look.
By the way, have you any of you guys ever heard of Rutgers University?
No.
Rutgers. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, the city I'm talking about, New Brunswick. That's where Rutgers is located.
Probably have.
Oh wait, do you live in the suburbs near Newark or somewhere further south?
Without getting into detail, let's just say a little bit south.
He lives on Mars.
Okay. Wondered if you lived anywhere near Hobbs, because I always assumed he lived kind of out in those pristine small towns in central Jersey.
Where does he live?
I don't know. I always assumed he lived in Princeton, but I think he lives closer to you.
I'm not even gonna say it, but I live close to Rutgers. Let's just put it there.
Yeah.
Hey, Margarita.
And I was gonna go out of my way to try and start a call with Hobbs tonight.
By the way, I was actually that movie idea I was talking about with Marty. The idea I had for the intro for the main title sequence is basically you hear the theme song would basically be like a metal ripoff of the Macarena, and to show self-awareness, it pans to a boat. And as the song ends, you see all the boat workers that are cleaning the boat. They just stop what they're doing and they just do the Macarena on the boat. And the camera just pans like on the side of it all the way there.
It'd be funnier if you had a kamikaze pilot come in out of nowhere.
I don't know.
Have a kamikaze pilot.
Probably drop out soon. I hope his mother isn't murdering him.
Have a kamikaze pilot come out of nowhere and just smash into that boat.
I don't want to go into any big details about the idea because we can't have anybody stealing it. I will say though, it involves a gigantic monster of epic proportions, and I had this awesome scene for the I would use it in the teaser. You just hear the boom, 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 Hey, Godzilla! Ugh, that is not Godzilla.
Hey, quit talking about my dick. I know it's big.
Val, are you trying to scare people?
We all, now that's that. Oh my god,
Man,
Val,
holy
what the fuck?
fuck, shit.
What the fuck, Val?
I'm getting a
I'll
clown
be right back.
mask
I
over
go,
you.
oh, wait, there it is. My fucking cord's there. I
That's
gotta plug my shit in. I had no idea my fecal matter was electric.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Val,
When you're figuratively taking a shit.
with what you just did there, I'm replacing your face with a troll face.
But you crap in the electrical sockets?
Well,
Just say yes.
sister? Yes, I do.
It's funnier if you just said yes.
Crapping in electrical sockets beats the shit out of a toilet any day.
Because fuck science.
just came to mind because I was thinking about an episode of New Girl that my mom watched where, I don't know, every time my mom watches the show, I'm just like, oh, why do you like it so much? And then she has me watch an episode, and it always turns out to be one of the funnier ones. Anyway, there was a character that was trying to get a job at a police department, and he had his captain over, and all of his friends were trying to hide what they thought was a bag of meth that somehow ended up in their apartment. And at the end of the show, they discovered it wasn't a bag of meth, it was actually really aquarium rocks. Anyway, the captain of the police noticed that someone had peed in one of the electrical sockets.
I hate to be the guy that actually did it.
And I'm back.
Yay, we have a woman back.
You're lucky you weren't here.
Somebody's got to break up the sausage fest. What can I say?
Remember when you were talking about your parents, and I was like, I thought they might not have been the best for you, but you're saying that hey, they're better because they're stern?
Hey.
Who?
Spencer? Like
Me?
they were discouraging?
Of course they were better. I turned out to be a fucking... I turned out not to be a douchebag. At least for the most part.
Douche.
I think my parents fell somewhere in the middle where they tried not to be too much one way or the other.
The people,
Actually, I think my mom was a little bit too nice to me.
the people have
I don't
voted.
like to admit it.
No,
but
you know what,
maybe she was.
Like even not just. I mean, they weren't the most stern people in the world. They weren't like abusive. They weren't like military. They weren't like militaristic. But they weren't gonna take any shit. They weren't like, you know how you know how you're in a grocery store and you see this kid knocking down shelves and being unruly, and you're like, why is this kid acting this way? And you see the parent come up and, sweetie, no, don't do that. Fuck that. My mom was like, you cut that shit out right now.
The people have voted.
Actually-
and they
And
want
I imagine her
more
saying it in
years
some
of
kind of
douchebag.
typical Jersey accent.
My parents are from New York, so actually it's more of a New York kind of accent. But
Whenever I was like that, whenever I was a kid, my mom would actually smack my ass in the middle of the store.
Whenever I did something stupid as a child, my grandmother would beat the shit out of me to the point where my nose was damn near broken and I couldn't move.
Actually,
fun times.
the last time I got a spanking when I was a kid, I was actually laughing.
Did I ever tell you? No, I haven't. I haven't told you guys this. My mom got turned into CPS and got put on a watch list by a person that worked at a preschool who witnessed her slapping me. That same person later went to jail for child abuse.
That's irony for you.
Well, what kind of child abuse was it? Was it
She was putting
physical?
kids in cages.
Damn.
Okay.
Cunt.
Yeah, she's gonna get raped in prison.
Hey.
Hopefully.
So in other news,
That's just
in other news, thanks a lot.
In other news, Tara has not spoken. Speak.
I'm still here and doing other things.
Bark, woman. Bark.
We need to poke Tara.
Tara, for the sake of the patriarchy, get in that kitchen and make us a Reuben.
You make me a Reuben.
I might be moving into my own place eventually, and I'll be able to be on webcam more often.
Dude, you have your own room. You have a door. Your door has a lock on it. Close the door. Lock the door.
Hopefully.
Nobody comes in.
Hopefully your door has a lock on it.
Yeah, not a very good lock.
You have a chair. Shove it in front of the door.
You have an
I just
outlet.
get a weird aura when there are too many people, and when there's
You
too
have
many
an
people.
outlet. Use it.
You have duct tape in the house. Duct tape the door shut.
Hey, at least I can handle being on. At least I can handle this better than Raph can. Okay, it's time that I give a shout out to my friend Fester1124. If you're listening to this, you sound like the kind of person who's very repressed, and it sounds to me like I suspect your mother beats you on a regular basis. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
That's busy.
In other news.
Good living. I'm going to screenshot this message that I had with this noob that entered my room. I shut her down so bad.
Well, I won't.
In other news, Spencer's hair is fabulous.
In other news, 12-year-old girl wears box braids. The entire black community is outraged.
In other
I think he
news,
psychically sensed that I was talking about him because he just went offline now.
Me?
Saw that
No, Raph.
all of those things.
Well, you know that old wives' tale where if you talk about somebody, they end up sneezing. So.
Anyway.
No, he just listens away. Again, I think his mother is beating him.
Fun.
I'm probably going to come across as racist for thinking this, but I think Hispanic mothers do tend to be, I don't know. I think they tend to be, especially as a Catholic, especially if they're Catholic, they might be a little bit more aggressive with their children.
From first-hand experience with Angel's mom, dad in Puerto Rico, yeah, fucking insane.
Same people are very same.
I was in a call with this guy last week, and I heard his mother screaming at him in Spanish. Now I know why he doesn't like doing voice chats.
Do you remember any of the words? Because I might be able to translate for you.
All I could hear was something like,
Yeah, that's not good.
El Slapio in El Defacey.
Now Raph has heard me say something completely horrible, and he'll never speak to me again.
Well, if it was anything like Garajo Muerto, yeah.
If it's anything like that, then run.
Basically,
If you hear somebody say that, run.
In my ability to speak broken Spanish, it means, asshole, you're going to die.
So basically, if you hear that, run. Because if I know anything about Latino, and I'm not trying to come off as racist, they always carry a knife.
Poor Raph, he's like the whitest acting person I've ever seen. He says it himself that he does not act even remotely like the rest of his family.
If I ever ask
They're
somebody,
like stereotypically Hispanic or anything.
if I were to ever ask somebody like how to identify who my true friends are in life, and they tell me whoever doesn't make fun of your how you're a minority, I'm gonna tell them that's a load of shit because every friend I've ever had has made fun of me for being Jewish.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, that was off topic. I'm sorry about that.
But
Well, when you have autism, social awkwardness knows no racial boundaries.
Is that
But that's not. But then again, it's not an excuse. I'm a high functioning autistic, in diagnosis only, and I try my best not to identify with that because people who identify, because most people who try to identify themselves by their mental disability, not exactly the most decent people to be around, from my own experience.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
Don't
my
let it
little...
define you is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, I have...
we just passed 20 minutes here, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. So.
Okay, this is my mental thought process on mental illnesses and all that stuff. People who identify themselves as that are giving in to that illness.